Yes, so welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast with your host Ogun State. If you're a new listener, welcome. You're in for a ride. And if you're an old listener, you already know what to expect. But I'm hoping to make this episode and subsequent episodes better for you guys. Once again, I really appreciate the love I've been receiving. You guys have been wonderful. And to everyone who has shared, who has liked, who has rated, who has done everything possible to get me more listeners, I really appreciate you guys. And welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast. Please also, if you have not, please rate the show, especially if you're on Spotify. Rate the show, like it, turn on notifications so that you can get updates as to when I drop new episodes. And also, please tell your friends. Another thing is, if you enjoyed this podcast, you might want to check out podcasts like I Said What I Said podcast. Yeah, that's one of my favorite podcasts in Nigeria right now. And also So Nigerian, I love that podcast. And if you are into white people things, I also love Impulsive by Logan Paul. So you can check out those podcasts. Anyway, welcome to another episode of the Hear Me Out podcast. Alright, before I start, let me just offer an apology to everyone who was expecting an episode. I know, yes, it's been almost 2 weeks, but the reason was because I needed to take some time off to plan my future episodes and also to promote the show. And I was able to get my listens up a bit. So once again, I'm thanking everyone who helped me share, who helped me tell someone. And I hope you guys continue to do the same so that, may everybody blow. So yeah, I'm really sorry, and I hope to notify you guys if I go on a break like that again. I know, yes, this one was very abrupt. Actually, was not even planning it, but it was just something I had to do. Hopefully, it won't happen again like that. Oh yeah, so something happened to me this week. Oh my god, just for the timeline. So you guys in jails know that they are working at British and you have to walk down, or should I say walk up if you are coming out, and walk down, vice versa. So I happened to be passing by Cold Stone and I had some cash on me. I had left my ATM at home because where I was going, I didn't really need, to take much things out. And I thought, Cold Stone, let's check this place out, because I've always wanted to check out Cold Stone, but we just got Cold Stone in Jos not too long ago, and by the time they built it, I was still in Otta. Now the Cold Stone and Pizza Hut in Otta, they had this mud pit. I don't know why they never did anything to address it, but there was this big mud pit at their gate, and you could not pass with your leg. So like it was an advertisement telling you Cold Stone Otta is not for poor people, and if you don't get money, don't even bother coming inside here. So we as coppers never just really give two fucks about the place. There was Chicken Republic, which was more economical, so I won't finish our life. So I decided I would check out the one in Jos as soon as I got back, but it kept escaping my mind until when I passed Cold Stone, and I thought, alright, but first of all, let me check what their prices are like, because as I mentioned, I left my card at home. Let me see if I could afford it. And I went online and I saw that a standard cup of ice cream was about 1,000 naira, with sprinkles and anything you wanted. Maybe everything would go for about 1,300, 1,400, 1,500. And I was like, okay, fair enough. I had that money on me. Only for me to enter. I entered now, drip. Just big boy now. About everybody see me, they see rich man. Just like, yes, who is here? I don't like to be kept waiting. I mean, I didn't see all this, but like in my head, man's don't enter Cold Stone, respect, recognize. And then the lady was like, oh, how can I help you, sir? You can help me by giving me ice cream. Babala is in Cold Stone. So the lady was like, oh, okay, so what do you want? And I'm like, just something small. I would like vanilla and I am strawberry. Those are my only two. I mean, chocolate ice cream tastes like death to me. And what is bubble gum and all those other rubbish flavors? To me, there's only vanilla and strawberry. So if you are somebody who likes chocolate ice cream, I think you should stop worshiping Satan and turn your life to Christ. It will do wonders for you. So anyway, I told this lady to I wanted strawberry and vanilla ice cream. And she was like, oh, what cup size? So I said I just wanted maybe a scoop or 2 scoops. And I was like, so how much are your cups? Baba, they asked me, we already checked, never to be caught on fresh. Next thing, this lady started calling. The smallest cup she called was 2,000 naira. Hey. She started calling. This one goes for 2,000. This is 1 scoop. This thing 2,500. This is 2,700. I think she called all the way to 8,000. It's like the whole place just started spinning. I'm like, Auntie Susan, please. Why is it that you people not on AC, not on fan? Because this place suddenly becoming hot. For me too, your website did not say, let us fear God. Your website say 1,000 naira. Why are you telling me 2,000? I not carry money. Oh, please try to understand with me. People are looking. I mean, she could see probably that my eyes were saying this, but she seemed not to give a shit. Oh, let me do myself. I looked around. See those boys using their life saving to lick ice cream. Oh my God, who sent me work, Father? And now I don't know for some reason why my mind did not go to transfer. All that was in my mind was I had left my ATM card at home and the cash on me was not going to be enough. So I did the next logical thing, a trick that has always saved me from embarrassing situations. I picked out my phone and I faked a phone call like a boss. And I'm talking about like, hey, how far? Omo, I dey go store now. The money we dey on me no go reach. You go come pick the ice cream by yourself. I know this lady, she could probably tell that I was bullshitting, but I did not give a fuck. I just wanted to leave because another assistant had come and maybe they were expecting I was about to buy down the whole place now. A jala like me. Oh my God. Anyway, I finished the phone call, told her thank you. Oh, and I forgot my face mask. Forgetting my face mask. Now, I won't be surprised if their CCTV camera has captured my face. Maybe they will print it and put on their wall and be like, broke ass nigga, never to be allowed this eye here. My God, that was so fucking embarrassing. Anyway, I pulled my hoodie up and I got the fuck out of there. It was not after I had gone out and I remembered, why didn't I offer to do transfer? Anyways, the moral of the lesson is Sister Susan and her beards. Yes, I know I'm not supposed to face shame, but she judged me with her eyes, so I'm going to judge her back. Anyway, the point was that I'm going to go back and I'm going to buy, and I'm going to ask for her in particular. I'm going to ask for her and I'm going to buy all the buyables and I'll eat it in her front because I won't take such insult. I don't go fit take her insult. So anyway, that was like the major event that happened to me this week. I also went through some other minimal forms of shege, but I'll say this like was the cherry to the ice cream shege flavor that I had to say this week. So anyway, that was just something to like keep you guys updated before I get into the main gist of today. Now back to NYSC, Shagamu, Ota, trenches. Alright, now I think the first thing I want to start talking about today, I've mentioned before that soldiers will come and wake you up. You won't have time and they wake you up by 4:30 every day. Now, some people think, yes, I can do that shit. Now, when I first got to camp, I was so excited. I mean, I had watched Up North. I've mentioned this before. I had watched Up North. I don't think there was anybody that was more excited to serve than me because of all the stories I'd heard. And then, first week, when they're addressing you guys, someone will come and shout, Kopawi! And you guys will be so excited, like, wow! Yes! Their papa! Oh my God! Kopawi! And by the second week, when sleep deprivation has started affecting your brain, somebody will come and probably shout Kopawi, and maybe the mojo would have gone down. So it's like, wow, Kopawi, are we sleeping? I don't know what's funny for them, Sha. But by the third week, when they shout Kopawi, now you go here. Some people obviously will still be excited. Those kind of people that used to sit in front in university and used to fight for front seat, they are the same one that used to carry their energy to NYSC camp. There has to be Kopawi, why? Man, that whole stuff. If anybody Kopawi me, man, get the fuck out of my front. I'm not interested in your bullshit. I don't know how people manage to keep up their energy, but if you could survive and keep up your energy up to week 3 in camp, there's no way you cannot survive in this life, I'm being honest. Anyways, yeah, a big issue. Like, this is like, when you talk about NYSC, this is what most people think about. Alawi all day, every day. Now, the first Alawi is usually paid while you're in camp. I think it's paid 2 weeks into camp, or in the 3rd week when you guys are about to leave. Now, most people will get the Alawi. So most people, because we camped in Ogun, most people came from Lagos. They don't rate money. I noticed that thing about Lagos people. Lagos people don't rate money like the way other people do. So somebody will collect the Alawi and go to camp and finish it. Now, if you're fond of working with rich gang, you'll probably be tempted to do the same. Take a babe out, blow the Alawi they have paid you. This first Alawi now is rubbish. You came loaded. Don't let the devil use you. I was lucky enough not to touch my Alawi, and I needed that money truly to settle down. But we'll get to that later. Now, most people will say Alawi like $33 million. No, it is 33,000 naira. It is, let's get that thing straight. It's 33,000 naira. And when people see the copper, everybody wants to bill you. I'm not sure they collect government money. Supposed to get, Baba, we no get. See, most coppers are suffering. But people will take pictures in iPhone and they'll be like, oh, this guy, you dey fresh. Now I paste you my answer. No, don't paste me anything. The only thing I want to paste now is prayers to God to save me. You get? So I don't know why people think coppers are loaded. Please, if you see a copper, send them money. Don't bill them. Just send them money. Unless the copper is rich, like one of my friends, Baba Tunde of Babs Kennel, shout out. But like, you can build that kind of person, but any other person, don't bill them. Coppers are not smiling. So that's about allowance. I will still get to it later on. But allowance is a very huge part. Now that thing they will pay you bicycle allowance, and I've forgotten the second one, but it comes to a total of 3,000 naira. I think bicycle allowance is 1,006, and I've forgotten what the other one is, 1,400. Now they claim bicycle allowance is basically your transportation cost to camp. From just to Ogun, I spent almost 20,000 naira, but yet I was given 1,600 as my transport compensation. Like, Nigerian government, is a skit. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's a terribly written skit. Now, when most people get that 3,000 naira, most people spend it on anything. I don't think anybody really keeps it for important things. I spent my own on my platoon dues, and I think I paid for something else, and then I ate shawarma with the rest. Many people will just blow it on something silly, and some people will take their babes out. And someone told me she paid for her fellowship. Her fellowship deals with it. I don't know why, but okay, whatever floats your boat. So that money is basically useless, but most people just use it for anything they want to use. Now, I think I'm getting towards the end of my camp experience. I think I've touched almost everything. Maybe except sports. My platoon we did quite well in football competition, and we're riding the wave until we got to the finals, and they embarrassed us to the extent that players and coaches started fighting. So it's just so embarrassing. But all in all, I'll say all those things were fun, and towards the end of camp, you would have met quite a number of people. I made it my life mission that every morning I will meet a new person. Now, many of you know that many of you don't know, many of you don't believe this when I say I'm a shy person. I'm actually very shy, and I find it hard to talk to new people. In fact, most times I might see someone and I'll turn my face. I've been told more than once that I seem very snobby. I'm not snobby, I'm just extremely shy. So most people, and in fact, some people told me this, like, I think when we were passing out, someone said I didn't like to talk to people and I would just throw my face away. No, actually it's because I'm a shy person and I don't like to approach people just like that anyhow. So one of the things I wanted to work on when going for NYSC was overcome my shyness and meet new people. So every morning I'll try my best to meet a new person, usually a lady, because what am I doing with guys? I'm not gay, so I love to meet new ladies, especially morning. I met a lot. As in, the thing is, you guys are almost 2,000 or 3,000 in camp. You'll meet a lot of ladies. You even get tired, but that one is a sure something. You'll meet a lot, and it was really, really fun, honestly. And I would say I was working on it, so yeah, I met quite, I still keep in touch. But the thing is, you cannot really keep in touch with everybody you meet. It seems like you guys will be together forever, especially when I found out that many people were planning on redeploying, and you find out some people are not redeploying, and you'll be even, nice one, we go to jam. You are not going to jam. Don't even deceive yourself. They will carry you again. I will still get to that. Anyway, so that was it basically. The major camp experiences were fun, but there are many things I hated about camp. Well, I would say generally, camp was sweet. And you might hate a lot of things while you're at camp. It looks like camp will not finish. But then you will leave and you just realize, 3 weeks don't fly by. I've not really done anything. But yeah, that's it. Now, as you are leaving camp towards the end, obviously, NYSC will throw you guys a party. Your platoons will throw parties. I mentioned that before. Then, the day before you leave, you guys will have to do parade rehearsals, which is weird considering you guys are probably not going to march. They are not going to address you guys on the final day. Now, I don't know what happened, but they seem to annoy the soldiers, and our punishment was they left us under the sun for about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. It was not funny because Ogun is very hot. Now I'm from Jos. Jos is a cold place, and Ogun is hot. So you can imagine somebody like me staying under Ogun sun. I was always sweating. Thank God I always carry my pocket rag with me. So it was hot, it was not funny. But yeah, we went through it. Oh yeah, and the soldiers stopped water sellers. You can imagine the sadistic soldiers that they are sending to NYSC camp. They stopped water sellers and then chicks were painting up and down. It was not funny. But now, anyways, now the final day of camp. You'll see your guys and you'll be lying to each other that you guys are going to keep in touch. Now, I still kept in touch with many people. Yes, but you really will not. Now, when you guys are done with all the parade and all that rubbish, you will go to your platoon officer to collect your posting letter. Now, this is when many people are going to get a dose of reality, like a hot dose of reality. Now, most people try to work their posting through medical reasons, through who they think they know, or somebody they have paid. You want to get reposted and stuff like that. I was fortunate enough to know someone who knew someone who was trying to get me a good posting. But as I will soon find out, NYSC had made a mistake on my course, so I was sent to where I was not supposed to be sent to. And then when our officer was sharing our letters, many people will see that they were sent to Abeokuta. They'll be thanking God. They'll be shouting, hallelujah, bless God. You see people hugging each other. Yes, we made it. Now, Ogun. I have a lot of dope friends from Ogun, like a lot of dope friends. But I always seem to wonder, how do such cool people come out from such a terrible place? Now, Shagamu camp is one of the most beautiful camps in Nigeria. So when you leave Ogun, it's kind of like, what the fuck? When you leave the camp, it's kind of like, what the fuck? Because how does everywhere look so terrible compared to that heavenly paradise you're just in? It's really, really a weird thing. Honestly, it's really, really weird. And I think the Ogun government should look into this because it's really a harsh dose of reality when you leave and you're like, what kind of rubbish place is this? Anyway, you get sent to different local governments. I was fortunate enough to be sent to Ota local government. Now in Ogun, as far as I'm concerned, there are only 2 decent local governments, Abeokuta and Ota. Now, keep in mind, they are still rubbish, but they are a grade above the rest. But at the moment, when I saw my posting, I saw that they had made mistake on my course. I saw that I was sent to a school, and then I saw that I was sent to Ota. The first thing that came to my mind was a video I had seen from a school in Ota, IGS. This boy was rapping to a DJ YK beat about how he was a cultist and they kill people. I was like, God, abeg. God, abeg. Now, I saw my friends hugging each other. My God, guy, good job. They were linking people together, and I realized I didn't know a single person posted in Ota. I was like, what the fuck? And the thing is, you are getting your letter, everybody's getting out of camp. So you are carrying your things and You're getting the fuck out of camp and you're desperately looking for who was posted together with you. I didn't see anyone. Now, this was where the real NYSC was, or should I say, started for me. Because most people think NYSC camp. In NYSC camp, you are still protected from reality. It's when you get your posting letter and you realize that, they don't displace you from your guys. That's when you realize that NYSC has started. Now, I was looking around to see. Oh yes, first thing I did was try to contact my band officer because they wanted to send all band members to Abeokuta. As I mentioned, I wanted to go to Abeokuta before, but then that was not possible. So I first contacted my band officer. He was trying to get me to work it out, but I later accepted my fate. And then I found an NCCF guy. Now, NCCF stands for Nigerian Christian Corpus Fellowship. Those guys are awesome. And they are not, but I'll get to that in the next episode, hopefully. Anyway, so I got an SCCF guy who told me they had a bus that was going to Otta for a cheap price, and I carried my box with tears in my heart. No, with a heavy heart and tears in my eyes. I was seeing people hugging each other, those who were leaving Ogun, those who were getting good postings and stuff. And it was just me all alone in Otta. Man. Anyway, I dragged my giant box and I walked all the way to the bus. Hopefully you guys will stick around for the next episode so that you guys can hear about my adventures in Otta. Thank you guys. Yeah, so once again, this has been the episode 3 of the Hear Me Out podcast. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this episode as much as I have enjoyed making it. Now, many people don't know the work that goes into recording a podcast, but hopefully maybe I can share a behind the scenes one day. But please, if you have enjoyed it, please rate it, like it, subscribe, turn on notifications, tell someone about it, tell people about it, tell your church members about it, tell your fellowship people about it. Yes, which reminds me, I was telling my pastor about my podcast and he asked to listen, and I had started playing it before I remembered how much I used the F word. I had to cut it before they used me as the sermon for the next Sunday. Anyway, so yeah, please check it out once again. Check it, listen to the old episodes, try and catch up. And thank you very much. I hope to see you guys, or should I say, I hope to catch you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.